Yes, you're coming in the queue!
My eyes are watering already because of them.
What's it, mate?
Wings, my eyes are watering
It's me and
already.
you, sorry.
Smells
We fucked
lovely.
it, mate.
I think, mate, are you sure you want to do it before the show?
I'm going to make a prediction. I think it's going to be me and you every month, mate.
Well, you've got. You better
Two
batter in.
months.
Do you want a wee bit of advice? Start
Why
watching
not?
the games, mate.
It's hard to watch a game so, mate, I like when you're playing.
I'm always
See,
like,
I didn't get to see a lot of the
you
games.
watch
It's hard.
highlights?
But highlights, what do you see in highlights, mate?
See, when us two are doing the club
See,
Frisco
the
Brighton,
wins
it's hard
and
to...
What is it, mate?
Oh, we us do a
Club games.
Frisco Brighton, so it's hard
You'd have been alright if you never missed your week.
I know.
You'd have probably won it.
Come on then.
So you got 6 points. I got 7, so I'll take this one, you take that one. It's a full wing that needs to be done.
Are we not having a wee a chat first because you could...
Well, used to do
It's just
Swanee
a
and
nice.
Derek can talk
It's
amongst
just a
themselves.
nice wee size, isn't it?
Aye.
Even for a, I mean, people
We're
don't
still
know.
talking about the wings.
And this is just.
We're talking about hanging your boxers.
Oh, by the way.
He's
I hope
used
you're
to
not
holding
laughing in a
something that
minute. I'll
size.
start to. What?
He's
Come
not used
on,
to
go
holding
on.
something that size.
Don't be hesitant.
holding something that big.
That's a bit I'm struggling with the most of it.
Never used to hold.
Just it's like, I hope you're not
Here's your
acting
hand on
like
your
you
old
jump out the plane.
See if it makes you feel more comfortable, just hold it with one hand.
Just,
By the way, for you two, big news, we're going to Italy.
if you eat that,
Are you?
You coming, Paddy?
Depends when it is.
October and November.
where you going in Italy?
Filming everything.
Whereabouts?
Bologna.
You got to be on you.
You're organising it.
Answer that.
And a world exclusive. What's going to be filmed in Bologna is they two are going to have a threesome.
A what? What's a threesome?
With Tiago Motta.
Can you? Oh, by the way,
You would, wouldn't you?
well, you get. How's that going? Doing all right?
Sorry, come on, mate. You've left a
Go
wee
on.
bit of chicken.
Is it that hot? It doesn't look that bad. It smells tremendous,
Aye.
doesn't it? Actually,
Okay,
He's
Back. He's back, Mike.
It's like some, you know what it looks like? It looks like somebody's farted in your face.
Has this man get some tissues? You
Oh, he's got tissues on it. They're full of something. They're full of something.
It's in his bag. Full of soap shit. You alright? You alright?
Is that good, aye?
That was actually lovely, mate.
Can't believe you done him. Gave him the spiciest one. Here, the pickle help, mate.
Look at his mouth.
Eat the pickle.
Give that Sean Connery impersonation now. Go on. Go on.
That face.
Is it bad, aye?
Horrible.
Just a wee bit.
Eat the pickle.
Will that help?
Aye.
Definitely.
That's what it's on for. But it's full of sauce.
No.
Chili oil. Cured in chili oil.
Oh, how's that so funny?
I want you to snort it as well.
Right, Swanee, first question, what one?
He needs tissues. You need to lick him.
Like your fingers, mate.
Like you're going.
No, I can't do that.
You alright? Give him water.
And his milk.
Oh, it looks like Mikey for Big Brother again, look.
Mikey's back.
Yeah.
That's shite, guys.
Milk.
You alright?
What is that? That's shite, guys.
Not good.
Milk.
Not good.
Here.
Well done, me man.
Well done, you but a wee tiny bit. Yeah.
Look, that's a wee looking at the threesome already, look.
I'm horny. I'm
Horny, horny, horny.
Go on. You alright? Good man.
Ah, they're bad.
He looks like Frank the Tank, but you could turn into.
So the scores on the board, Derek Ferguson. Winner.
So what'd you get
10
for winning
points
it?
you got.
There you go. What'd you get for winning it?
We need to get a prize for the winner, don't we? We'll sort that out, mate.
Trip to Italy.
Faddy 8 points, Si 7 points, Paulson 6 points. Disappointing me, man.
Horrendous. My eyes are
See, the thing is that
Shaking? Vibrating?
vibrating.
The week he missed one, we all got good scores.
4-4. That's what happens.
That's what happens when you've not got a dedication to your
We
work.
got off to a
mate,
good start, didn't we? That was it. You weren't able to recover
Badly.
for that good start.
Because of spice, mate.
Everybody.
Well, no, mate.
Watch the game. Actually, I actually watched the game.
Alright?
Lewis and Turin. My word. What a performance, mate.
Bring you to tears.
They
win
should
it.
have. They should have won it. Oh, hold on. Before you, what about the decision that went against them?
I
Did
never
you see
seen it,
the?
Never seen it, mate.
The
Talk us
boy,
through it.
they're 1-0 up. Boy Doy gets, he's just about to put it in, he's shaped to just put it into the back of the net, the boy takes him out. The referee doesn't award a penalty. So you're kind of relaxing and going like, alright, it's going to go to VAR. Doesn't even go to VAR. I think you'd think there's a bit of corruption going on there when you see something like that. It was horrendous.
It's not like it's happened before, is it?
That's one of the worst decisions I've seen in a long time.
It was Juventus last time as well, wasn't it?
I put down the divisions.
It was a shocker, so it was, but...
Question, what's Juventus' nickname? Sorry.
Old lady.
Well done, Paul. So what you
So
said
I was about to say that. But see that decision, they go, they score the penalty, right, they get 2-0. But the other thing is, the guy, they go down to 10 men, because it's a straight red card as well, because it's a goal scoring opportunity. But the other thing is, it's not just the points, it's the bonus money. A lot of the guys have got that into their contracts.
What's his bonus?
Win bonus. I don't know, I've told you before, I've not got a Scooby, how much he's on, what he's on, but no, it was a victory was took away from him. So how did you
watch the game with glass of red?
No, I didn't. Just a couple of beers in the house with the boys, the family. We were just get together.
Did you all jump up when he scored?
Aye, I did. I jump up. Of course I did. I got a wee bit.
Are you make Tonto?
Aye, of course I did. As I said to you, I get nervous. I kind of, as soon as I woke up on Sunday morning, I was thinking about the game.
Do you get a wee buzz when you see that he scored?
Definitely, I was watching the game when it happened.
See,
the 1-2 is brilliant.
The goal catches your eye, but it's, you said
he scored another one.
I know, he could have had a second.
It wasn't a bad miss, it was left foot, wasn't it, across the goal?
Aye. But he played well, and that's so I enjoy when he plays well. I wouldn't say I'm no bored when he does the score. It's great to see him scoring, but it's just nice to see him playing well. Because they've had a number of changes in that Bologna side as well. So they have a few who went out. Arnautovic is away, the boy Shouting, who was playing last night. So
was that the big striker playing for Bologna, the big boy you had a wee pop at last year? I know I thought he's he's big da.
Aye.
He says
he's a man mountain. He's got everything that you want in a centre forward.
Fanny flicks, wasn't it?
Aye.
Was it not his flick that put Lewis in for the goal?
Aye. But it was.
We should do this every week. Have the hottest one.
Maybe that 1-to-1 I had with him is kind of...
it's registered.
It is. Because he's got everything you want. They bought him for 8 million. I didn't realise that. So they did. So, it was a good performance. But just a pity they never get the win. But
never asked you this. Can you remember the night Lewis was conceived? Was it?
Oh, yeah. How would I remember that? Oh my God, is that? He's what, 24 now? 24 years ago? I can't even remember. 24 hours ago.
No, I can't
what was
happening? I wasn't there when Lewis was.
You're not part of the threesome, are you now? You've not got a part in that?
Are we ready to go to the Rangers game?
That's what I mentioned last week. You were quite literally on the edge of your seat, weren't you?
I know why.
Embarrassing. Did you see that?
Did you watch it?
You never even like that. He going up there. He was like that. He was like, right, so what was it? What was the Rangers?
Was it, I'll tell you what happened, boys, because I get absolutely slaughtered for it. I'm just like, you're a pussy, right? I was sitting there with you. Faddy comes in, and I stand up, and he sits down, and I noticed he's not went far enough along, right? So I went like myself. That, can I see it? So I kept on watching it, Faddy, and I went like that. I said to myself, Faddy, that's going to come across cheeky. So I went, look at this, and then, when I watched it back,
I didn't see it.
He sent me it, and I was in tears, man. He went, go and look at me sitting on the podcast, mate. Actual in
terrible. Shut myself, I say.
Move up.
Not going to me.
I'm not. Hey, move up. What were you, a 1 hour street half?
Imagine you were just sitting on the floor. Imagine you just sit on the floor like, what is it, mate?
I just stood up. And then I said, you stood up for? Oh, I just like to stretch my legs.
Right, you can go to the Rangers game and look at this picture.
I quite like that. That's very respectful.
I didn't think so.
Say how you move.
Aye.
Move up.
I don't have it, 5.
Move your arse.
I had 5 different scenarios in my head.
Is that why you're sitting there with it? That's terrible. I feel terrible.
It was an uncomfortable watch, mate, when he sent me it.
Oh, mate. It's like a wee boy, obviously. Want to big boy stuff now.
Oh.
That was you when Faddy moved along a wee bit, wasn't
it? So, Rangers, PSV lads, where did you watch it last night?
Just in the house, listen, all my worst fears were answered. We did say that they were a good side. We kind of knew that. I'd watched them before, even the Rangers tie. But the thing is, when you get away from him, you've got to defend a whole lot better than what they did last night. We knew they were going to have a lot of the ball, but some of the goals, certainly preventable. Yeah. When you look at it.
What's the most criminal ones, Derek?
Do you know something? They've done it at Ibrox a few times. See the kind of that wee killer ball they played for the wide area into the box and the runners off the ball. They've done it, I think it was 2 or 3 times at Ibrox. And surely that's got to register, and you've got to learn for that, and you've got to be on your toes. And you know you kind of get adjusted, you get a feel for them, that they've got that in their locker. But again, it's like, and it's a whole thing something you teach your young ones. It's like, don't get caught ball watching. And if you look at some of the goals,
Raskin for the first now.
Well, even Tav for the first as well. Tav gets caught ball watching. The boy makes you run inside. So I think again he's attracted too much to the ball. He's not kind of switched on enough to see where that run is. But then you're right to point out, and quite a lot of the time everybody focuses on like maybe it's the fullback, but Raskin's got to be alive to the situation.
It's all right though, innit? Raskin, Tavernier,
big time.
Once I think it's Cantwell, or no, Cifuentes comes back in, he's got to beat him and take the run. And then
so Cifuentes goes to the winger, sorry?
I think he comes back in.
Yeah.
So then he takes the ball.
Yeah.
And Tavernier then needs to look inside him and match the run. Then when the ball comes in, they switch off for the ball in as well. Defensively.
As a midfielder as well, when you see that ball and you go, right, Tab, he's not getting there by the way. You're having a look about as quick as. So yeah, right, and then you're going, how can I affect this? Where is he? And you go to be on your toes, and it was far too easy. And the second one as well. Again, I mean, the big De Jong, clever, but he kept peeling on to Tavernier because he knows he's going to beat him in there, but he knows as well sometimes he's going to switch off, and with the ball that comes into the back post.
The cross was outstanding.
Aye. Outstanding. And you'll come for that point of view, of course, Fardy being a winger, and that was your game.
Chance to take a touch, get seed up and put it in, but he just shapes it right round the back of the defence. Tavernier,
so then again,
it's a hard one for him to affect because he's in a good position. It's just bent round him, so it's the second one that comes across.
He killed onto him a few times, so he did the job. That was his. It was clever. I think he had a chance as well in the first half. He couldn't wait to get to the back post there and peel onto Tavernier.
In that instance,
if you've got Suter and Goldson in there, you're going to peel on. That's what happens. You peel on the fullback.
Right, so he can't affect that. But then again, you're talking about the Raskin one. Then you're looking at Suter to be reacting better than that and nullify and getting your mate out of trouble a wee bit.
Some ball back across as well.
See on the De Jong one, if they've only got one striker, can you not just say to Goldson when that ball goes wide, or regardless of where he goes,
come on to that then with the third goal then. Why the hell is Lammers at the front post area when you've got the two centre backs just marking an area? Go on to the best header of the ball in their team and the biggest threat, and it's him, and they never went on to him. I'm thinking, see if I'm a midfielder, if I'm Tav, right, just say I'm in that position, or I'm even Lammers, he comes on like a midfielder, I'm looking about and I'm going, oh you get in here, I'll go and mark that area at the back post, you come on and try and muscle him out, put him off. I'm not saying you're going to win the ball, but De Jong against Tav and Lammers, it's only going to be one outcome.
The one with the cross though, if you're set up in your back four and the right winger's got it, and he goes back, you're probably happy you're in a shape, you squeeze up a wee bit, you're in your shape. I just think the ball's outstanding. And it's then becomes
I just think
switch
it's too
on
easy,
when it goes out your head. If you see it going there, don't ball watch, where's the man? Switch on him. And I know that you'd have a striker peeling off it, get Goldson and Suter onto a full back. Can you then, you don't need to win it, can you just affect the man? But I think it was a class ball, and
I get that, but I'm looking for the other side as well, which I look at how can you leave a guy like that with they two. No,
there's Zono one, for the wide free kicks there'll be Zono, so you have a man in the hole, front six, in line with the post, you'll have probably a full back, your two centre backs. If De Jong goes, obviously clever, play for Barcelona, he knows what he's doing. He's going to peel on the guy that he thinks he's going to beat. So it's hard for them to adjust. If you go and put them two at the front, then if you put your two big ones at the front, the ball goes deep. If you put them at the back, it goes short. And if you put them in the middle, they can't go and run across.
I would say, Faddy, I just put one of them on him. Whether it's Suter, whether it's Golson, go and mark him, try and outmuscle him, try and put him off. And to leave him with they two, nah, there's only got
that was a killer, wasn't it? Because 2-1 Rangers looked like they were back in it.
But by the way, I think it was a case as well at that time. They kind of took the foot off the gas a wee bit. The Rangers players kind of went, well, it's no happening. They've relaxed a wee bit, and then you've been there yourself, and they've started to play a wee bit, had a wee bit of the game, but that just kills them.
I think they showed that they had another level, like when it mattered.
We never disputed that, and you can see the levels there, the difference.
What about the setup? Start of the game, Rangers.
In terms
how they set up the game, it looked like a 4-4-2 with
Fuentes
playing wide.
And he doesn't suit playing on a todd,
no,
does he?
It's alright going out. If you're playing the diamond, you need to get out fine, but Cantwell's running here, there and
see the one with that, see my best player for Rangers, Cantwell, he was posted missing because that didn't suit him. I think you've got to kind of get your best players and kind of work your shape around about him so that you can get him in the game, so that he can affect it. That's how he started to get a wee bit up later on in the game. You could see him frustrated. But then even when the game had gone, I didn't quite understand why the manager kept him on the full 90. I would have took him off, by the way, because he was getting frustrated. He looked as if he was... I mean, Tillman had a wee dink at him.
See that?
So he did.
It's hard because he wants to go and press and run forward.
Does that kill people, him chasing?
It does. It can, It can. You could use it and say, we always see what's the trigger to press, but he's on the left, he's on the right, he's running all the way back.
I think he was a wee bit lost in the first half, and when you go away from him and that, and you know, and I'm playing that high up the park, I just didn't think it didn't suit Cervantes.
No, he looked lost, didn't he?
He did.
Receiving the ball with back
and
to
he looked a wee bit out of sorts, so he did. But that's taking nothing away from them because
their press was excellent, how high and aggressive they were when they pressed the ball in it. Rangers never got a second.
Yeah.
They were good.
We knew that. But then it was just, the thing is that it kills you, like coming away with a 5-1 defeat. You know, sometimes there's a way to get in your shield, and that was it. You can take a 2-0, a 2-1, a 3-1, even a 3-1, but 5-1, it just starts to get a wee bit embarrassing. It starts to, that can...
I don't know.
Could have been more.
Your confidence. It could have been more for
even
he's top draw.
Good, isn't he?
Very good.
Butland's
he's good.
Very good.
Really good.
Of course he is.
Everybody, and it's clear to see PSV have got much better for last season, but have Rangers got worse?
Well, it's a new team, isn't it? It's going to take... This is the problem. This is the balance in that.
You're not going to get time to... players in the team last night. I know I had 3.
But you've got 9 million there who signed big recruitment.
Why did Van Bronckhorst get back to the same way Bill's been back in terms of money spent?
No.
Why not?
Well, when they beat PSV last year, he basically came out and said, I need players.
Yeah.
I need players in. They won the game and he's like, I need players.
But see if a manager's got you to UEFA Cup final, why would you not give him the money you've gave a manager that's never done anything for you?
See before this goes out of my head, I think we tried to kind of go toe to toe with him a wee bit in terms of, because of a lot of criticism that was aimed at Rangers that they're not on the same levels as, and we kind of get that, but they wanted to play that passing game. I think there was an opportunity last night when I looked at them with the boys shouting, who's not a centre half, he's a
put the ball behind them.
Go a wee bit more direct.
So as well, Derek, because they were so aggressive.
So at times, I'm not saying all the time just lump it, I'm saying play at times, but then when it was on, Dezers, I thought they should have went a wee bit more direct.
Definitely, I agree.
You know, just to cause them a few problems, because their strength is middle to front.
Yeah.
They will concede goals. You can see that. I think even McCoy was talking about that after the game. It's kind of clear to see, but I think they're a team that thinks, well, we're going to score more than you. But I just thought at times in the first half, we tried to play too much when it was on, maybe to just go a wee bit longer. Dezers, he's got a physicality, and by the way, still question marks whether he's an upgrade on Sholak. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure at the minute, but I just think we had an opportunity to go a wee bit longer, get us up the park, maybe look for a second balls at times. But I just think we played a wee bit too much up against a side that were better than us.
You agree with that?
What?
You're always talking
about that's what I'm saying. I'm always a massive one for playing, but
all the time, just every now and again.
No, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm a big one for playing, but see when teams come into that, the space isn't.
And see the reason I'm saying that, because the boy's shouting, and I've watched him over the last year or so, he doesn't enjoy a physical battle. He's a terrific, by the way, he can play. You can see that the way he played out for the back. But see the physicality. Because Lewis used to play in beside him at times as a 2 in front of the back 4, and Lewis enjoyed Mary that smashing into people, but the physical
smashing into people.
But Shoughton didn't enjoy that. So I was looking at that last night and I'm thinking, God, there's a wee opportunity. Just every now and again, just go longer.
Because they done it with Matondo a couple of times, but the problem was the right fullback was so quick that it was up against Matondo, but there was nobody on the right hand side with Cervantes playing so
see, they're
narrow.
Two fullbacks. Is
that the problem though? You're relying on maybe Dessers, who's no got that
pace.
Run behind.
Danilo maybe would have been better for that now.
Maybe, but it might have been
the ball into space.
More about getting the ball up to him, getting it back and through to Matondo, or getting it to me. I think it's always easier after the fact. Going back to why did Gio get the money? They'd come off a good season, they'd getting into the final. I know they'd sold Bassey and Aribo. But they maybe thought they were in a better position last year than what they were this year, where you lose everything. Yeah. You're losing Kent, Morelos. You need to go and spend money to fix it. But it's always the same. You strengthen from a position of strength. You don't wait until you're behind and then have to go chasing it.
Do you think Michael Beale's a better manager than Van Bronckhorst?
Oh no way. I'm still got
my I think that he's managed 20 games maximum at QPR, which he got 30-40 games at Rangers. Van Bronckhorst won the league in Holland, and I think in terms of their experience, then you would have to say no. But he's the Rangers manager at the minute, and
even then Ross Wilson was criticised a lot on this show as well. But the recruitment this summer would suggest that he was actually alright in terms of recruitment.
They put a lot of trust in Beale. That's for sure. So I mean, it's alright. I don't want to be too critical, because of a big game coming up on Sunday and the whole thing can turn around again, and we're just taking this game, or the 2 games that he's just played. But the trust that they put in him, sometimes you can talk a good game. You know what I mean? It's about producing it.
I think
so. And he does speak very well at times, sometimes a wee bit too openly for my liking. But the proof is in the pudding, and that's about getting results. But getting away from him, no getting a doing, because that could have been horrible. If Butland doesn't pull off the 2 or 3, that's a 7-8-1 game. Now Liverpool walloped us last year like that. That has an ongoing effect. That can affect you getting into the next game. Hopefully the guys can put this to bed. And by the way, no put it to bed, but have a look at it. They always go, don't dwell on it. Dwell on it. Have a look back and see how you lost the goals, how you get caught ball watching, how you didn't match runners. I mean, sometimes it's no, you as you know, what you do on the ball is what you do off the ball. Rangers have got to be better off the ball at that level if they want to kind of progress.
Where did you sit last night? I was finding myself getting a wee bit frustrated with McCoist and the other commentator. 80 sort of minutes have kept up with the finances. I get that. I get there is a thing, but
there was the same finances last year.
There you go. And they won, but nobody said that there.
Rangers have spent more this year than they did last year.
I know. And that was the bit that was annoying me, that they brought that up. I think Rangers knocked him out.
You mentioned the boy Lang, did he go for 15 million? See the boy Shoughton that went for Bologna? I think he went for something like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was something like 12 million.
That's what PSV paid for him.
There's a 20
I think so. I might be. I'm no. Don't take that as gospel.
They sold the boy Gakpo, didn't they? In January.
And the boy Madueke went to Chelsea for 30 million.
Yeah.
So they made that 90 million. But there's only a 20 million swing for PSV and Rangers. You've still, that you can't, see in Europe, there's going to be, like, when they played Leipzig and Dortmund in Europe, they were much financially better.
Yeah.
I just keep making that as an excuse.
Aye. No, I know, and you shouldn't, I mean, look at the results that have happened over the course of the last day or two. I mean, maybe even down in England, some of the big teams have been put out. So sometimes it's about being organised, having a good structure about you, picking your moments, playing a certain way, and that's the manager's job.
Whether there is a difference or no, you can't really use it because you beat them last year. And it's seven of the Rangers team, or 8 of the Rangers team were in at the club last year. I think PSV had two new players in the team for last year. The rest of them were at the club. So you can say it all you want, but if you beat them last year, then you can beat them this year. And I know that's not how football works.
No, but
football moves.
Can you say finances this year, but you don't say it last year because you went through?
I think you look at it, and for quite a while now, Rangers have had an issue on the right hand side, the attack. They've not really had that one player that plays on that right flank.
Well, who is it? Lammers? Is it
Lammers has been brought in.
Lammers is a nice player. That's Lammers. He's a technical.
But look at the two wide players, mate.
They've a wee bit of devilment about them. Do you look at them? They're cracking. Aye, but they've got that other. They've got a wee. I always say it. They've got an edge to them. I don't see that in Lammers. I don't really see that at the minute in Dezers. So I'm waiting to see if they can find that in them. But that's what good players have got.
PSV brought the wee boy Bakayoko and see the boy Sabaria, who was outstanding last night. They brought him through, signed him for Belgium club at under 17s or so. And brought him through. Is that not just brilliant? No transfer fee there.
Great recruitment.
Sabaria was brilliant.
How good was he?
No, he was a joke, mate. Yeah. Moroccan, really good, wasn't he?
What is he? 22, 21, 22.
Can I ask you for you something? See that defeat last night because it was so heavy. Can that have an impact going into the game at the weekend against Celtic?
It could, but it shouldn't.
Nah.
So
no, Faddy.
I don't. It'll be. Listen, they'll obviously they'll be in the day. They'll have I would imagine they'll have a good chat about it. They'll watch it in the video and they'll point a few things out. But they've got to put it to bed because this is massive, isn't it? We know it is. But it's massive for Celtic as well, because I think Rangers, the fans, even the players will sense that maybe Celtic are maybe no in a good place at the minute as well. They're still trying to find their feet. So it's a heavy defeat. That's what it can worry a wee bit, but good players can quickly put that to bed, put that at the back of your mind and start to focus on that. They've got to. Simple as.
Probably makes you focus a wee bit more, no?
Because
before the game last night,
you're slightly embarrassed a wee bit.
People are now looking because Celtic drew, got knocked out the cup. They're looking and saying, "Oh, they're there for the taking."
Yeah.
And then you lose the game 5-1. You're thinking, right, listen, we're still a bit off this here. We need to be at our best. We need to be doing the basics off the ball. We need to be right. We need to be matching runners. It could refocus them. It could have an impact, but
this is the lowest both teams have been in a while going at a Rangers Celtic game.
See, the thing is, Rangers were, in my opinion, because I watched them up at County on Saturday, that's probably the best I'd seen them in the first half in a wee while, because it's a difficult place to go. And I thought, well, you're starting to kind of get there, building a wee bit of momentum, and then wallop, but that's a top team. But even though you're playing against a top team, you shouldn't be coming away with 5-1, because it is, we'll see it, for Celtic as well, it's not acceptable to get beat.
The real hero of the night though, this guy. Suit with the Puma Kings on.
That's incredible.
I'll tell you a story about Frankie.
I go.
Honestly, my boy, so he had a camp in the summer, right? My wee boy was at it. Went straight for the camp, up the road, something to eat, because he was playing with his team at night. But that night we were going to the James Forrest testimonial. So I says to him, as soon as your game's finished, get in the motor and we're straight down to Celtic Park. So I says to him, take a change of clothes for after your game, because we're going straight to Celtic Park. So he's had him on a coaching day all day. We'll get to the game, mate. He's fucking miles off it, right? Miles off it. So I'm sitting at the side, lazy wee bastard, this, that. I'm like, get in the fucking motor, we're going down to Celtic Park. So I've given him this lecture, mate. Get down to Celtic Park, it's mobbed, man. I thought it'd be quite thingy because it was only a testimonial. I have to park in fucking Ridley, mate. So it's about a 35-minute walk to Celtic Park. So I'm giving him it, you fucking lazy this, lazy that. Right, get in the back, get changed, get your fucking jeans, your jumper and your trainers.
I know what's coming.
So mate, I can hear him in the back and he stopped getting ready. And I'm like, what is it? And he's like, forgot my trainers. And I was like, you are fucking kidding me. He's walked from Ridley to Celtic Park with jeans, a jumper and a pair of football boots. And I'm going off my tits on Paddy, and all I can hear is his wee studs on the pavement.
Poor wee guy, man.
Football boots on.
That's terrible. You should have come home and get a...
I would have been late, mate, if I'd taken him home.
Well, be late.
Lesson learned, and his feet had been fucking killing him on the way back.
Have you ever had that? My dad kicked my brother out of Scotstoun. We were Anderson, an hour walk. My dad kicked my brother out, a 9-year-old, at Scotstoun because he was cheeky, told me walk him. He had brand new boots. By the time we get home, the studs were fucking all scuffed. Ruthless, that,
we used to get at Motherwell on the YTS, if you didn't do your jobs. Mickey used to make you run home for DL.
Oh my
God. Did he?
But the first couple of times you done it, so you'd load the bus, got all the stuff. We used to have to build the goals, so you get the goals on the trailer, load the bus, jump in the bus, we Mickey drive 10 yards. Right, you. Fuck off. She's back at the park.
You need to run it.
Aye, so if you didn't bring your trainers and you're training on grass, so it's actual metals.
How's that?
You're running back through DL to Fir Park in the metals.
How's that trek, I know?
So that when somebody messed up, everybody started just taking their trainers just in case they get kicked off the bus.
I remember I missed it. I used to live in, obviously moved through to Glasgow as a boy and missed my train to go to Glasgow on the Sunday. My old man used to go to the pub on a Sunday, so mum was like, you'll need to take him through. He's like, oh, I'm going to the pub today. And she's like, well, we can't get through to Glasgow. Oh. Raging, mate. So he's like, jump in the fucking motor, I'll drive you through an hour and a half. Got to Perth, never forget it, just past there. I was like, Dad, I'm bursting for a piss. He's like, no stopping. And I was like, no, seriously, I'm bursting for a piss, mate. From Perth to Glasgow, mate, wouldn't have stopped.
Did you piss yourself?
Mate, I was sitting in my seat, honestly, like that.
Remember he was up to Hydo last year about the neighbour to do the toilet. Remember?
That's where it comes, mate.
That's it.
That's it.
That's amazing you remember that, by the way.
What?
That's amazing you remember that.
That's scared us.
God almighty.
That's amazing 10 minutes that day for you though, isn't it?
Aye.
What, no stopping for a piss?
No, but I just maybe
Going up this Sunday to take you to Glasgow, look at it positively.
No, I get that, but
Yeah, by the way, I done well yesterday. Now I've got Lewis's wee and late, and I took her for a walk yesterday, and I had to walk past about 5 or 6 pubs that I was desperate to just go in for a pint. Because what I know, it took me back to see when you're on holiday with the veins and all that, and I'll take the vein a walk. Aye. You go, I'm away for hours, man. I'm away and you nip in for a wee couple of wee Shaggerlandies. You know what I mean? Hey, Shaggerland. Aye, I loved that. And I was walking about and I'm going, see the temptation.
it's that smell that hits you,
Do you know why though? It's
Because
because you know you can't go in.
I know, I was so
It's because you can't go in.
I was
You're
so
like,
Go on, mate, take her
I
in.
know, I can
Character building, man.
I know.
Just sit a pint on her head.
No, but I was so tempted, so not a...
you message how you getting on, aye, brilliant, look.
I'm dead chuffing myself at a bit.
Big round of applause for him for doing it. Because I think a year or two ago you would have just taken the kid in and had a pint there.
Aye,
You changed,
I
man.
would have.
Have you been off it for a while?
No.
No. You said you've been off it for a wee bit, didn't you know?
Aye, couple of days. Aye. But it's just, I don't know, it felt like because I was out with Bulgaria, felt like on holiday and all that.
You should have just went for it, mate.
I know.
You're a great grandad, mate, you really are.
Aye. Take her out a walk this afternoon.
Transfers.
Celtic, he was a bit down about the transfer, and is that kind of gave you a wee boost to, and will he start the game at the weekend?
I think he will. I don't think there's been any of the wingers have really been convincing since the start of the season.
See, if you were him, would you want to play straight away?
100%.
Aye.
What have you gone to a shocker for?
That's your career.
I know, it's a Scottish mentality, always thinking of the worst, I know.
Honestly.
I don't think it's a
He doesn't know his teammates, what will he get a day to train?
If you're going to be the hero.
I see, I wouldn't think like that, but you're right. I'd be thinking if I fuck this up, they're going to hang it up for the rest of my Celtic career.
100%.
That's my career done right away.
Oh my God, honestly.
That's mad though, isn't it? The difference in mentality.
It is.
But look at, was he making it? Johnson went straight in, didn't he?
Johnson, Hatati as well.
Juranovic. So do you think Rodgers will put him straight in the team at the weekend?
Depends what shape he's in. He'll obviously have a look at him. He's got him in early enough to suggest that, he is thinking about him. Get him in, see what he's like in training. I think that, if he's ready, then put him in, brings a freshness to the team. A wee bit of an unknown. Just let him see what it's all about. I think when you're got to sign these players, you sell the fact that you get to play in these big, massive games.
Yeah.
So if you bring him in and he's feeling good, looking good in training, then turn around and go, sit this one out, I'm not sure it's for you, well, what you bring him in for? So, if he's ready, if it was me, I'd be before I even signed. I'm not signing unless I'm playing Sunday.
See, on the winger situation,
I'm fine.
what's your favourite two wingers at Celtic just now? Take him out of the equation just now, but for what you've seen so far this season.
Yang.
On the left?
I think Yang.
Or on the right?
No, on the right, I think on the right. I know he's no been great, but I think Maida's one where you're getting the work rate off him. See if you've got somebody on the other side that can bring a wee bit of trickery, his pressure, his running, but they play a different style. They play a different way now. So their wingers probably, got to contradict myself, need to be wingers that go on the ball and make stuff happen because of how they play, because it's no play up high up the pitch, break the defensive line, get crosses in or get in at the back post. It's slower. It's more build up. So sometimes you're going to have to actually take the ball and beat beat people or drive the team up the pitch. It's a different style they're playing in. But I would have Yang. I think he's the one that does something a wee bit different.
So who would that be your wingers for the weekend? Sorry,
You think as a winger, a fellow winger, do you agree with Faddy? Yeah.
He just wants Forrest in, mate, doesn't he?
I think Big Charlie was right, mate. Give James a wee sniff. Quality a day, but I don't know. And I don't know about it. Have we heard that much about this boy?
Who's this?
I think the other thing on it,
His numbers are really good.
Abada
That's good
does
to hear.
well against Rangers, I know.
His numbers have been brought with Rangers, haven't they?
So, it's not easy when you're playing well, but you're struggling to find a wee bit of form and that cutting edge, and then it is tough. And I've seen Charlie said, Jamesy, Brendan knows him. I wouldn't be against it. You need to try. If it's not working, you need to try something. So,
Will he persist with this? O'Reilly, McGregor, and Turnbull in the 10?
What do you think? Maybe that midfield battle.
Well, you're the midfielder, Derek.
This is what I
You're the
want to
midfield
speak
maestro.
today. Because if he was playing in that, he would eat them alive.
Scratching that chin. I'm always worried when he's scratching
What's
that.
the other options though?
Home and
Home,
put O'Reilly in at the 10. Bit more like.
Is there a signing maybe coming in midfield? Have you heard anything about that?
Loan for Benfica. Don't know the boy's name.
Maybe unbelievable.
Derek.
Are you worried about the Champions League? With Celtic getting into that?
Aye.
Aye.
See, after that, it must be in the back of your mind a wee bit, thinking about that. You know, how they're going to be when they're going up against teams.
Sit on the telly and watch a couch when the games are on that.
I know.
Instead of sitting on the couch watching the telly. And
It's depends who they get as well. They could get a
When's
terrible
that draw made? I know I'm
Half
trying.
lot.
yeah, I want your wingers and I want your Celtic team.
Full Celtic team.
Yeah.
I'm unsure on the big boy coming in.
Well, but never mind what you're unsure of. Just gauge your team.
What do you mean you're unsure? No, let him talk.
Alright.
Oh, why are you unsure?
Nat Phillips.
Aye.
I seen him, and it's hard. It's maybe harsh to say.
Against London,
I seen him for Liverpool
Right.
at that time. Wasn't a big fan of him.
But also he went to Bournemouth.
What did you not like about him?
Didn't see him at Bournemouth, so maybe it's quite bad for me as a journalist or a pundit getting involved in that. But certainly when I seen the big boy at Liverpool.
Why the boy into call
See-
yourself a pundit?
So when you clapped your eyes on him at first, what did you?
And I watched a good bit of him now.
Sometimes
I always take into consideration a young player coming into Liverpool. I'll take that and you can have nightmares. Clumsy he looked.
did they?
And that's worrying for me.
But Liverpool were in a bad way at that time.
None of them look good.
Good.
Because the boy was the boy Williams playing as well.
Yeah.
The two of them are playing a partnership, so that is difficult. But it just, and I might be comparing him, is he good enough to play at Liverpool every week? That would be my mindset then.
When a year ago was that, Slaney?
A couple of years ago.
COVID season, wasn't it?
year.
Was it?
COVID year.
Years back.
What's your team?
Full team.
Just on your
I
team.
think, sorry again, I'll say it, I think it's difficult now before the transfers not come in. I think there's going
Say
to
the
be
big boy comes in, what's your team?
I think there's going to be more movement all about the place.
Right,
I do.
as of today,
As of
imagine
today.
there's no.
I think you go with
Nat
Joe Hart.
Phillips is in. Let's say he's in, but
I think, yeah, I
apart
think
for that.
Aye.
Sorry, just before you pick your teams, I'll give you. Does it blow your mind that he's on 60 grand a week, reportedly?
Who?
Nat Phillips.
No.
You're joking me.
Think that's lies?
No,
No,
it just doesn't blow my mind.
That does blow my mind. I know the money down England is scary and love it, but
60 a week? No player in Scotland will be anywhere near that, eh?
Who's the highest paid player
No,
in
but
Scotland?
that's-
Bolton or something that
But
far?
that's what
that's not even a lot down England, is it?
No, I would say
No,
that's
Incredible. I just couldn't believe when
that's
it popped
coming up
up.
probably just
reportedly.
above average for like the big clubs.
Wild, mate, eh? That's why you didn't take a payment off
No.
us, that.
No, he came into the team, and I know you're saying he looked clumsy, but they're on a games. So even for Liverpool at that point to sell him, it's worth giving him a new contract to protect your investment. To maybe make 10, 15, 20 million on him, which you're saying that as if it's nothing. Because it is nothing for teams in
them.
England.
What do you think of the big boy?
What's your team, Colin?
My Celtic team?
Yes.
Well, why don't we do? Because it's I won't do it here. This is a good viewing here. Why don't we do it? Celtic
Is
Rangers
this what your team
at the
is
same
like?
time.
What, mate?
Is this
So
your
I'm
team?
taking a goal like right
What's your
back.
team for the weekend, mate?
This is gonna be brilliant.
That's
This is going to be magic here. We're going to go head to head here.
Can you actually go head to
No,
head?
you go Johnny Nelson. We're going to go
that.
in goals. Joe Hart.
Who's your goalie?
Oh, it's Butland every day.
You sure?
Mate. After last night, aye.
He's
He was
been
a mess.
brilliant since he came in.
He is.
Alistair Johnston.
Tav.
Two set. I'll
obviously.
go two
It's
set.
going to be the same back four. It's going to be Tav, Golson, Suter, But well, there you go. Barisic went,
Yeah, he did go off.
Aye. What way?
Don't you try to say?
Aye, that's
Didn't
what
know
I'm
it
trying to
was too much
say.
chat.
You get what
He
I'm
is
coming
totally
for.
one of them, isn't he?
Aye, you know.
You're joking me, Jimmy.
Aye.
He should be running into that club if that's the case.
So it might be the boy Sterling comes in to that back four, it looks like. I know, that's the
Is that
first
what you two would have done?
That's the first thing. That's the first
I wouldn't have waited that long.
That's the first thing that came into my mind last. Aye, I was kind of going like that. That's a funny one, when the pressure's right on. So
No, to be fair, the game was dead at the time, was it not? Was it not 3-4-1 or something?
No.
like that? Was it not?
No, not at all. No, you still got to
wasn't
keep
it?
fighting your corner,
Wasn't
didn't you? Keep at it.
Well, you'll see.
But then do you also look at it and say if he's tight or that and you've got a big game Sunday, are you best just to
Well, why
rest?
don't you take Cantwell off then? Your best player.
I know,
as
but
well.
Cantwell wasn't feeling it. If
Because-
Barisic's feeling
because
something, you've got a big
there
game
you go.
Sunday.
There's a different in psyche, because there's somebody that probably is looking to find a way to get himself off the park, and then you've got somebody that just wants to go in there.
No, but I get that. But if he went and pulled his hamstring in the last 20 minutes,
Has he
he's out
pulled
for.
it? Didn't
No, but
know.
I'm saying that he's maybe tight and do you know what I mean? Like, what would
Might
be
be
the
a bit
point?
of tightness. So, but do you know, play through tightness and all that.
Why would
Sometimes
you want
play
to
with-
risk pulling your hammy?
Because that's what
You've got a
people
game
sometimes
Sunday.
do, and it's a big game, high profile. That's what you do. You do everything to get through it. Still get a few days before the big game comes up. So you try and find a way to get through games as well. Sometimes I think you find players when they get a wee kind of tightness, whatever you want
Some
to call
players are like that though.
Isn't they fat, and it fucking drives me
I'm
bonkers
tight,
by
I
the way.
can't get through it.
Aye, and you can
But
get
it
through
might-
it. You
listen,
find a way to get through.
Right.
Time will
Percent
tell if
Rangers.
he's fit and available for
Aye,
Sunday then.
well, I'll be
you-
screaming and bawling.
I know, but
I know.
I'm a wee bit, I'm in the middle.
Aye,
Because
so,
I think that if you're a wee bit tight, can you get through it? But some players refuse. I'm too tight. I'm not playing. And then from your point of view, is there any point in risking further injury? If he does go and pull his hamstring, could be a month at best, could be longer, and they're struggling in that position as it is.
I think it's just. I'm the same with you, Derek.
You'd be off the pitch, yeah.
Cliff, if you're
What's your Celtic team?
Celtic, so we're doing my back. We're not back 2 centre halves now, right? Going to go with Lagerbilke.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
That's the journalist in you.
yourself.
I know.
Just back yourself.
I
You've
would
got,
need-
you've got a journalism
I would
degree.
need
Use it.
I would need to sit down
Where
with
did
the
you get
big
your
boy.
journalism degree?
It's one in the town. Beside
Paper shop.
beside Buchanan bus station.
Cali.
That's the one. Cali.
Aye. City of Glasgow.
The big
Is
boy.
it?
The big boy. Nah. The name for a start. I don't like that for a start. I'd like to sit the big
What
man.
about the fact his dad played for Rangers?
I know.
Did he play with you?
aye.
I can't believe that. I heard that this morning.
Jimmy's a great
Is that,
lad.
is that
So he was
make any difference?
just a lovely guy.
Like
Is that why you don't like him?
No, not at all.
He's got that sort of mentality.
No, but listen, as I said, I would sit down, went for a good hour or so, just to get to know.
Who is that? Phillips isn't fit for Sunday. You know that?
Wow.
They were teaching that in
He's
your
got a
journalism
wee
degree.
bit
that.
of tightness.
Oh, good. Good, Derek. Good. Okay, so he's no fit then.
Right, so he played.
What are we signing for then?
Wait a minute. So if he's fit, you're not playing him. Because he's not fit, you're raging.
And can I just say something? See, because I know Jimmy, I know the way they brought up his boy.
Tough.
Rangers minded,
No way.
telling you.
He's fit,
So,
he's alright, he could play.
He might be infiltrating you.
Jankies,
Nah,
Aye.
Phillips is fit,
Yeah.
100%.
Aye, is he
fit.
good?
That's
Aye.
Lewis never signing for Celtic, is it?
Wow.
Jankies undercover, eh?
Lewis would do it, wouldn't he?
Aye.
Lewis
would,
would do it,
aye.
wouldn't he? If he was offered.
So his decision.
But he would, though.
Nothing to do
I
with
think
me.
I think he's got it.
And where did you know Beale for?
I don't
Liverpool.
That's what he did. Bale had him at Liverpool. Eh?
How would you feel about that? How would that go down the Fergie household?
He'd be a Mullins every Sunday.
No, I will be
don't
honest with you, no,
dogs.
I would have fancied it. No chance. No, not having it.
Imagine
Wait,
it.
wait, hold on, anyway.
Aye, no, I
What are we
Then it
pissed?
comes in with the top one. First day.
See, the thing is, I know with your families, but it's kind of, I've told you before, it's half Celtic, half
Ah,
Rangers.
brilliant.
You know, the Bowers and all that, all them. Carling.
Dane Bowers, he's your nephew, isn't he?
The colour is just drained right out your face.
I know, you've just, by the way, My two boys watch this, they love this, by the way. Oh, by the way, nah, they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't have it.
I wouldn't mind speaking to the big man that.
You can ask him that question. You can ask him.
Got a ball on you.
Aye, because it's no, I shouldn't be answering that question.
But see,
I should.
see now, but that does put a
spanner in
But
the
he
works.
has that,
does.
because Jimmy is a great lad and all that, and it's like a lot of the guys that came to the club at that time, the English boys, they bought into it and they loved everything about Rangers and all that, and they were always like, we'll bring up our boys and our
Doesn't sit
daughters.
well with
Yes,
that.
Lenny, you were better when you were all spiced out.
Just nibbling that.
So you got name skills?
I think you've got to, haven't you? Who's the other options here? Seriously,
Kobayashi,
where's he been? Have you seen him? I don't think
Welsh.
Welsh is injured.
He's injured. I think it's going to be Scales, aye.
Taylor
Yeah,
left
aye.
back.
Taylor left back, 3 centre mids. I think you might bring home back in. I don't know. It's worrying, innit?
It's not what you think is
My
going to
midfield-
happen. What would you play?
I'd go,
Mate, but
see
I'm
mate,
not
I've got,
convinced on anything.
what was wrong with Jack last night? How did Jack not start? That was
Came
a
on when they were 4-1 down.
I don't really get that. Jack's got to start with me, Raskin, Juventus in there. I would go with they three.
Three.
Cantwell just a wee bit
Aye,
further up.
aye.
And I would, by the way, I'd play Roof. I'd start Roof.
Oh, 100%.
I know.
Who's your best striker by a mile?
And do you want to know something? I would maybe change it up. I'd maybe play Deserts. I'd go with wee Danilo. Maybe start something
Diamond
like
for
that.
you? A diamond for you?
No, just the 4-3. No, I'd play again with Roof and Cantwell. I'd give him a wee kind of
Free roll.
aye, to a certain
He
extent.
plays with free roll anyway.
Aye.
He just goes everywhere.
So maybe Danilo up top with just Roof, just
And Cantwell off them the
and
two times.
Cantwell, just let him go and float about. But you've got the kind of the likes of Jack there. You've got Racing, get Ford, Juventus. Even though he never had his best game, he was like kind of isolated a wee bit too much in a wide area, just a wee bit kind of more narrow. That's what I would go with.
What about you?
But he'll go with
Celtic?
Deserts. He'll start Deserts.
Deserts, yeah.
He will.
Don't care, mate.
Don't care.
Right, come on, what's yours? I want
His
you to-
mother will start and line up.
Mate, honestly, Si, but
Yeah,
I'm not
struggling,
just,
need a striker.
I don't know, mate. I really don't know.
Right, well, just
So we'll go. You need to go with Scales, Taylor. The midfield three, McGregor.
well, that's
Right.
really that's a big one, I think, the midfield, because you're saying it's no, maybe right. So what would you do?
I would drop McGregor back one and go with the 2 instead of 2 and the 1.
A 1 and a 2?
And who's your two?
He's not playing like that though.
O'Reilly and Turnbull. I know he's not playing like that, but
Aye.
I just think it suits the 3 of them much better. Eh?
See the personnel issue. It's not as big an issue as it's where they're trying to pick the ball up. The 3 of them are coming in a line mostly, and they're not getting high enough up the pitch to affect it. Last year, the two were up, and one McGregor, 2 centre backs, full backs, build. Stay away so that you can go on it and affect it higher up the pitch. They're all getting, because it's a wee bit slower, it's quite a lot slower, across the back, so they all want a touch, they're all coming to the ball. And it's no...
I think you need 2 of them coming back, mate.
I don't think you do either, but that's the way they're playing, so it doesn't really matter who's playing if that's the way you got to play the game.
Yeah.
Really, for me.
It's mad, innit, though, you think of that the last couple of years, the way Celtic's team was. Maybe 1 or 2, you would maybe be up for debate now.
The other one's Kyogo. Like, no whether he plays or no, but...
I'm not seeing enough of Celtic. Is he dropping in? I find that baffling.
By the way, he's done it well. He's shown that he's actually
he can do it, but
a good player.
But he's no, you want him being effective
when it goes wide
on the shoulder
and it's crossed in, he's no where he should be because he's coming short.
That's when he's no effective.
But that surprises me to see Rodgers Leicester's team. You had Vardy, who's not that player. Vardy always played on the shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah.
Seems like he's wanting the striker to change for what he's had previously. I just don't understand why Kyogo wants to.
Honestly,
why he wants Kyogo to drop into the areas.
So many balls getting played across the other day. Kyogo's edge of the box, outside the box.
Well, you look at the chances O'Reilly had.
You want Kyogo to
That comes to Kyogo's. One of them's a goal.
Innit?
He should have scored, O'Reilly. I know that the performance wasn't great.
Hey, you won't get this on many other football shows. We've actually dug into that Phillips' personal life, and he goes out with Liam Gallagher's daughter.
I can't believe that. That could you could
That's
see.
brownie points for him there. That's quite.
Aye, he's a legend. I like him
It's
much.
gone now. He can't get in there now. He's absolutely annihilated.
I actually like Liam much better now.
Why?
I think Liam's so
What
sound.
one's is?
I think Liam's so
What one is Liam the young man? Younger
Liam's the
man?
singer, the youngest, yeah.
All right, aye. And Noel's the kind of older one.
You ever met them? Been to their concerts?
No, but their music's good. I listen to their music.
What's your favourite song?
Do you have a favourite?
Champagne
Oasis song?
Supernova. Champagne
What is it?
Supernova was
Star.
it?
Aye.
Is that yours? Champagne Supernova. I just love the start of it
Aye.
and all that. Anyway.
It's strange to have a, not strange, but
Because there's so
there's
many.
so many good songs.
Alcohol,
Have a
cigarettes. Or
Alcohol, cigarettes.
Aye. That's just when you go to Italy, innit? Sticks that on the plane.
I know. I've got a white phone that's just on repeat.
Just
I've got
sitting
a
in a wee
packet.
cafe.
I've got a packet of fags.
Not even any earphones in, just on the phone speaker.
Have you ever been to a concert of them?
No. Oh, I have been to Oasis. I had brilliant.
I love them.
Aye,
Do you know
they-
ever
they-
come back now?
I think they will.
Do you?
Aye.
They should.
I think they will.
Just for a wee.
Just to make a wee one last bit of cash.
No, I just think so many people want it, and I think eventually we'll see them again.
I hope so.
Hopefully we do.
He was a roadie, wasn't he? No, the older one. He started off
That's
as a
right,
roadie.
so he did.
Liam was in
guitars,
it.
so like,
Liam went
isn't it?
and... Because he was a bit of a band pot, wasn't he? He was wanting to fight with people and all
It's like
that.
you and Barry, innit?
Aye, he likes to get into a few scuffles and all that. Just goes out, what am I going out for? I'm going out for a wee battle.
What was the thing
And then
on
he get...
Netflix?
Aye, look
As it was.
Aye,
Amazing.
he fancied
Oh, the
himself.
Supersonic documentary, it's brilliant,
Oh,
man.
the
Who's
old-
like better? Liam or Noel?
Noel's a genius, innit?
That just means a guy. When you listen to him on radio and that.
Noel's went a wee bit David
I'm
Brent,
giving-
innit? I'd go
Aye.
Liam.
I'm Liam for me a wee
okay.
bit. I like that when he wants to kind of a bit gamey.
It's hard
innit?
to split them for me.
I'd say you were like Noel and Barry'd be like Liam there.
Could be, aye. There you go, that's it.
Aye.
So you think he's
He's the genius.
aye, but
I'm the roadie.
you all like Liam better than Noel, no?
That's it, aye. That's it.
That's terrible.
never-
So basically you're the dick.
I don't, aye.
Hey, the big man will come up to the games.
This is a fucking dick.
No, you did.
Your big man will come to the games.
Hey, Liam.
Aye.
Right.
You come to support him, won't you?
Big Man City fans, isn't there?
Well,
Aye,
There
you'll
you
pop
go.
up.
there you go, that's your next guest,
Can you
innit?
play anything on the guitar? You should bring
Aye.
the guitar back.
There you go, could you handle him?
Who, Gallagher?
Oh, easy.
What do you think?
Fuck
No
it.
chance.
Hell.
He'd have his balls on his head, wouldn't you? Sit him on your head.
Because you
straight
remember,
Oh, take that.
he likes a wee bit. Hey, he'll square up to you. I'm like, you want a wee bit?
I think that's
I
it.
think you should
can
maybe
take
be doing
him.
the music route. I'm unreal on the guitar, aren't I?
I think
We need to get the guitar back, mate. You
I'll
were.
bring it back.
Bring
You
the
should.
guitar back.
You
Oh man, but why don't I do a wee segment at the end of the show? Cooking show. You just leave, but I just do it.
What?
You just walk out.
Segment what? You got
Just
either
had a
sing
sing
it.
No start of the day.
naked. The guitar just covers there.
Because you get that in New York, no joke, naked cowboy.
Aye.
That's it.
You know who I'm talking about?
Aye.
Because you got a picture of me and Melissa when we were there.
I get a text for the sheriff about your Texas tunnel.
What did the sheriff say?
Reveal to
It
the
says the only tunnels in Texas are for the bears. The
Teddy
real
bears?
bears, not the teddy bears.
the bears.
Aye. So I don't know where you've got this
Like the
tunnel
sheriff's
from.
not. He's rang with that.
Is he? Right.
I think so.
There will be tunnels, but the way you made it out was everybody goes in the tunnels.
You know, see him doing Texas.
You see anybody
Have you popped a snooze in mid-show?
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
popped
dedication,
something.
No,
Can't keep the snooze out his gun for.
that's no this.
Thinks he's Lenny, didn't he? Look. Aberdeen Hearts and Hibs are playing the night. How do you think each team will get on?
Oh, Hibs, what you think?
Oh,
Hibs could be.
Are you
What's the
watching?
record?
Is that
What's
on
the record
telly?
that
Is
you get score?
Is that on the telly?
please don't be.
I don't know.
Please don't be. I
I don't
know.
know.
It's on the crime channel, isn't it?
Somebody needs to go down and pull the plug.
I
don't
know
they?
if Korea did it.
David Gray, I think they'll get a good account of themselves under David
I
Gray.
hope so.
Depends
But-
what his team is. With.
I don't
a
think
good
it'll be as
account
bad.
themselves.
It'll not be as bad as the first leg. I don't think they'll get beat 5 again.
Depends their team though. Will they play a full?
It's about their mindset.
I
I
still got
can
to
you
be
remember what he said last week as well, which was quite good, that it's an opportunity to go down and put a few wrongs
Right.
and make them right, and work on things.
Song in
But,
there as well. Huh?
but is there?
Oh.
Right, what song
Go on
is that?
then.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Right, wrong. Right, it's got to be on the right one.
No, but
Well, you got something to do, mate.
That's fucking- See that podcast Monday? I was sitting there at fucking half full at Lindsay's fucking Charlie and the High French.
Aye, I've got a way to go and look after.
That's a long
So
story.
I have-
No, I think we should just beat Monday's time.
Do you want to beat it? Do you want to beat it? Right, okay.
I think we're on the way there anyway, mate.
I want a pint then.
I get a pint of them, a shot.
You'll need to bring your wee granddaughter in for outside, mate. She's been out there for 2 hours.
Remember they used to do that in old days.
Aye, we would have been, we were involved with that as well, weren't we?
Go and get your dad for the pub. You've got to wait outside for
Aye, fucking hours you would have
10 minutes. Will be fucking tours, mate.
Aye.
Nah, I used to go in.
Right, let's take Hibs. Right, no, right, Hibs, the game's done. Hearts and Aberdeen, realistic chances of going through both of them, yes.
Aye.
Aberdeen, aye.
Obviously stronger
Aberdeen.
because they're at home. Nearly won the game last week, having been 2 down. And you would fancy them to get the job done. Although the start to the season's been pretty
Sticky.
poor. Hearts, aye, they've got a chance, but I think Park are a decent side.
Yeah.
And going away is always more difficult, but look, you never know. I think that Hearts have got a big problem with their midfield.
Yeah.
Cochran played in there, and it's nothing against them, but
Civic played there the
Civic as
weekend.
well.
they need. I think they need proper midfielders in there to
Wait,
go
why-
and play.
Why do you know? Why do you think it didn't go with Lowry? Did you?
Well, Lowry's
wide,
been coming
innit?
on wide, didn't he? I don't know if it's.
Would you know?
I like him in the central, mate.
Yeah.
But would you, because they're playing a 2, would you put him as one of the 2?
No, because
no,
he's not a 2.
no,
He can't play in a 2,
no.
can he? He's a 10, but boys plays
Get
in
Andy
there,
back in.
Huh?
Andy.
No, we're wanting him to go through, mate.
No, it should make Big Civic not playing. Get Andy in who wants to get on the ball and make things happen.
Yeah.
Don't know what's the deal there.
Bellingham, he's
Andy who?
still injured.
Wants to go in the ball and make things happen.
Consider.
I'm only kidding.
Bellingham,
But aye.
is he still injured? Was he?
He was miles off it.
I know that. And he shouldn't have.
The away leg, Rosenborg, I think it was.
Does he need games so far?
He's been at for
he
ages.
just-
He needs to play. I don't know if he's picked up a wee knock. Haring's missing as well, so it's no that if they were at full strength, then you would look and say aye. But I think they need to try and work on that because you're playing a 4-4-2 basically. Boyce is dropping in, but you want to get the ball forward and have Boyce and Shankland. The link-up plays
Excellent.
aye, superb. So that's the only concern I have. I think they'll create chances. I think they will score. But Palt are a decent team going forward as well, and they need to get a wee bit of control, I think, in the midfield area. So it'll be interesting to see what it does.
2.5, young fit boy.
He wants to go forward though,
Yeah.
and I know that's
What,
what
you
you
just need
want.
somebody more
But
disciplined.
aye, because you've got, so who's he play with? Cam Devlin. Cam Devlin just goes and does what he wants. Runs forward, gets back,
Yeah.
covers
He gets back there
unbelievable
enough, doesn't he?
distance.
To be fair to
But
him.
no discipline in there.
Yeah.
You need somebody that's why I understand having a defender in there that's going to have a wee bit more discipline of the shape and the position, but it's hindering them a wee bit because you can't play through. Cam Devlin's not a player that you go and say, right, get in a half turn and play
Playing at Boyce's
play
feet,
forward,
right,
and then
yeah,
you've got a full back that's probably concentrating so much on
Defensive side.
being position.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not caught out and you're asking somebody to turn in a different way they're used to. So
Surely Andy can do that role now.
aye.
And it's not just saying that.
No, I was
Older
only
heads
kidding.
as well, bit of
definitely,
experience.
yeah.
Aye.
Mentality,
Should
definitely.
be, shouldn't he? Should be able to go in there. He's fit, isn't he? He's
Nazy's just jealous of that hair,
healthy.
right? That's what it is, mate.
it's the hair.
Nazy's fuming with his hair, right?
But it's a no-brainer for
And
me.
he goes
to
back
get
to
him
being
in.
a baldy bastard, mate. I think he plays.
Maybe that's been a problem there for the two of them.
In Aberdeen, your big mate, Nicky Devlin as well.
It's getting out of hand.
Some
that.
finish by the
He's
way.
getting
getting
out of hand.
Isn't it? He needs to control that hair.
I'll leave him alone. He's just
Isn't it sort
enjoying.
of-
He's
He's
enjoying
been
the
baldy
mess.
for so long, isn't he?
Just
Wants to go
let it
wild,
go.
doesn't
Aye.
It's better than
Shampoo,
people saying, "Oh, you
figures.
need to just shave that off." To people going, "You need to do something with that and get it cut." He's probably buzzing.
Shave it, mate.
I wonder how many styles he's tried in the house.
In the house, imagine that on his head.
I bet he's tried Connors. Aye, he's definitely went for the top knot. He's definitely got the curtains.
Oh, imagine with the top knot
will
on.
slip back.
100%. Look at that gel he's using. Get it over here.
Surf
style.
style paste.
Would you say that is surf style?
Aye,
Would you say it's done its
definitely.
job? I'd say it is,
Have
mate.
you used it? No, put it on.
Bit of lubrication.
I like
a bit of lubrication.
Do you? I like you're looking great today.
Sometimes I put it right there.
I like it that as well. Back.
Aye, but the one bit Steve goes baldy bits.
Mate, who cares? Who cares? Aberdeen, Derek.
Aye.
Go through.
Aye. They played pretty well. I listened to a wee bit yet. Never watched it, obviously, but
Some character that, innit?
it's good. 2-0 down, they've come back, so aye, and they've signed again, haven't they?
Is that the best
Signed
part of
another-
Barry Robson's team? Is it the character they've got?
Wee bit of that. They're a wee bit like him, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're a
that's
wee
what.
bit. Aye.
I think
They're
they don't need
as
to be
well, they can play.
playing well to get a result.
They've got the two up top.
They're
as well,
a
they're
real
going-
handful.
Aye, you always fancy them to get a goal in.
Aye.
It's like when the two of them are together, they're always going to get a goal. Aye, get them back at Pittodrie. I assume there's going to be a full house there as well.
Aye.
This is Europa League, isn't it?
Yeah, this is getting the Europa League. Would that be a fantastic achievement?
Aye.
Achievement,
I think
What would be that the first time in how many years outside the Celtic and Rangers somebody's qualified for the Europa?
Was no day beat Bayern Munich?
I think it was.
Was it
I think
back
it might
then?
have been.
Josh
Might
Walker.
have been Aberdeen.
Yes.
Who was Bayern's
Walker
team
scored.
then? Di Roberto.
Di Roberto.
Who was Di Roberto? I don't know if I put a D there to start with that.
Des Roberto.
Aye, but that's a long time ago now, isn't it? What an achievement that is. Barry Robson just coming in, you know.
Well, aye, they've obviously not got to the line yet, but
I know, need to be careful.
It'd be brilliant for them.
The front two get a lot of headlines and a lot of praise. Is there anyone
boy
else
Clark,
this
the
season that
middle of
you've
the
seen
park.
that's,
Nicky.
that's also been
Wee
good?
boy Clark.
Nicky's been outstanding.
What, is that on the one
Devon.
game or is that the full season you're talking about?
Just feel, I think he's changed that sort of him and Robson, the mentality there.
The full squad, do you think Nicky Devon's
Nicky's
changed?
like that, but Nicky's,
Is he, right?
he goes as a leader and all that, so unbelievable. We signed at the start of the season, incredible signing. Really has. What were you using your other players?
I've no
I
seen
like the wee
Aberdeen.
boy Clark.
I'm
Aye,
going
the
to
wee boy
the game
Clark.
tonight,
This
so-
year, Aberdeen.
They got back
Clarkson.
for Clarkson, sorry.
aye.
Get back for Liverpool. Again, if you get the right bodies on about him, let him go and get on the ball and express himself. He sees a pass, by the way, scored a few belters as well, hasn't he?
Aye.
This time, so he's capable.
Again, Nottingham critics have lost a couple of important players. Ramadani went to
Aye.
Italy and Scales obviously went back to Celtic, so big players for them last year, weren't they?
Aye, they were a big part. Ramadani, I thought, was one that a wee bit underrated.
Yeah.
Done a lot of good work under the radar.
Excuse
You're
me,
looking
Ignals, who's he went to in Italy?
Lecce.
Was it Lecce? All right, way down south. It's a good guy. I know that. I know my dad. I know that. Like, I always look where the sun's going to be. Lecce's right down the bottom, roasting.
Is it, mate?
Aye, beautiful place.
Yeah. I see they let him go quite easily, more easily than they let other players go, I felt.
Right, so, aye, but it's undisclosed fee, wasn't it?
Right. I seen 1.3 million, but I don't know if that's how
So
close
the
that is.
chairman
1.6,
must have been happy.
I don't know,
with
but
whatever he got.
1.6,
But aye, they have. But the Häcken won this Swedish league last year, I'm sure. So there's must be they lost at the weekend, but it must be a decent side. The only I think Aberdeen will win. I think they'll win and they'll win.
Is that
well.
on the telly?
Aye,
Paddy's done it.
WhatsApp, I know.
Are you, Faddy?
aye,
You driving up?
aye.
Somebody should be.
Why don't you
driving
go?
him
But what
about.
are you doing,
You should
like?
drive him up.
Drive up,
How's your
well, keep
driving
coming
lessons
in.
coming?
Mate, no started yet. No
You've not started?
No.
Take him up on the scooter.
That'd be amazing, that, mate. What an atmosphere it'll be in
Dumb and dumber,
Aye,
isn't it?
mate.
Oh, that'd be a great. Have you been
Oh.
at Pittodrie? European
never.
night? Brilliant, mate.
Is it?
What game?
Proper
you-
atmosphere. When we played the Peterhead, remember the qualifiers? We used to go up, we were up Peterhead to go and watch the qualifiers
right.
at home. Loved it.
Aye.
Always a good
It'll
atmosphere.
be good tonight. The expectation
Amazing.
will be there. As
Hope we
well.
can do it.
And it's no false. It's no like, oh, who are these? We should beat them. But I think they'll fancy it. They get knocked out of the Champions League off a Faroese team. Häcken.
Did they?
Aye. So
So there to be gone.
Aberdeen should win.
Aye.
I'll
And
go-
Hearts, do I think Hearts will do it? You think Aberdeen
I
will?
don't know. Hearts,
I'm not
they're
so
a good
sure
team.
about Hearts.
They're a really good team.
Hearts is tougher.
They're a good team, but no
Nah,
a
they're
team
not-
that's
nah.
unbeatable away. Like, so Hearts have got a.
The wee boys have given
It's
it
a wee bit like. Well, I don't want to say it. I'm going to curse them there. It's like the Rangers thing. I think I think they are a good side, maybe slightly better than Hearts,
get a result,
but you
but-
still think that Hearts have got an opportunity
To get
to
something.
nick a
think
goal.
Hearts,
Aye.
like Shankland scores, I know he's offside, right, but he scores a brilliant goal. I honestly think if they can get the balance right in midfield, then they do have a chance. I really do. Because I think that Pout will think the job's nearly done.
Yes, aye.
So I think they've got a chance to go and win. It'll be tough. They've definitely got a tougher game, but they could still do it. They could do it. Hopefully they do. It'd be
Hopefully
brilliant.
to them, yeah.
Brilliant. So, but first one, Faddy, must win for Hibs last week. You called it.
Spot on, mate.
What
Aye.
a call it was, mate.
I think that people are looking at, oh, it's so early into the season, but he's not just in the door. He's been in.
No.
He's been in a long time.
It's a stupid game out. The players that he's brought in as well. Is it
Well-
going to? Do you think it's in the back of the mind that starts saying here's a bad start? He's gone.
Well, I think it's got to be because they didn't. I know they get into fifth and end up in Europe, but the Hibs were like very inconsistent, extremely
season,
inconsistent last season. And they sign Hibs have been doing it for a number of years now. They just sign loads of players every window.
So poor, innit?
Very scattergun in their recruitment. So I just felt you can't be no on the Villa game because I think all things considered, 5-0, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Villa are a strong side. But I think that losing the games I've lost at the start of the season, and it's no disrespect to Livingston, but that they would have known. He would have known, look, I need to win that game. We need to win this game. And you can't get the job done at home to Livingston. It wasn't a surprise for me. I watched his teams and I couldn't see what it was.
What they're doing, that's what you said. I said the exact same. They're defensively.
Or the pitch, passive or the pitch.
You're always
got woeful in the first half, weren't they?
Yeah.
Absolute woeful. I don't know, speak volumes about the players then. Maybe sometimes with theirs. I know they don't mean to do it in that old one of the tie, but sometimes. But
they look so unorganised, Derek, yeah? I don't think they look whether they're pressing or whether they're sitting off a game. Some are pressing and some are in there, some are high up the pitch.
He's done it a few times where he's made subs in like 25 minutes. And then, alright, the first time you do it, you go on right, he's admitted he's got it wrong and made the change and it's brave and you have an impact, or is it then become this trip, what, before I'm going to do it again? But ultimately you're still admitting that you've started wrong.
I always get the feeling
change. If you're making 2 subs in the first half, that's no, right, we're going to play a 4, we're getting done in this, we're going to change to a 3 and we'll make adjustments within the game. I'm making 2 subs in the first half, 20-25 minutes, I've got it wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if it's me, I always felt that it didn't really matter as much to him. I don't know how I'm thinking.
Was there a bit of arrogance to him?
Maybe it's a wee bit as if it wasn't
like doing us a favour, he's coming up here.
It wasn't like life and death, it didn't mean that. It's like, well, you know. I don't know, that's the kind of way sometimes it came across to me. It felt like that, a wee bit. It was, and he's like, well.
I mean, it was great value. But when that's at the head at your club and you know that it's could be anything that it comes out with, you want to hear real reasons as a fan. You want to hear, the manager being honest. I'm not saying he was lying, but sometimes it'd be like just come away with daft sayings that if you're saying, I think you said that if you're saying that in the dressing room, the manager says to you some of the stuff he comes away with, you're going,
he's talking about.
I'm not having him.
Wait for the next one.
The best one was when he went to the boys going, if I was you, I'd be asking what the Japanese players what they did, and somebody supposedly says to him, if I was you, I'd be fucking asking Andrew what he does.
Somebody, what you mean, Aidan? 100% Aidan, because it's
no names are enclosed. I just heard the rumour.
It was Aidan.
I heard the rumour.
That's what he said. 100%. Can't believe you've just outed him.
No, I think it was Paul Hanlon that said that.
So you're quite excited now, aren't you?
Neil Lennon.
Do you think the Thunder's coming back to Easter Road?
Front runner now, isn't he? Good appointment.
Aye. As for me.
Aye.
He'll change the mentality of the place. One thing he's going to do, he's going to change the mentality.
Straight away. I think that you'll get Lenny will have them getting the ball forward, attacking play, using them to their strengths, and he'll no take any nonsense. So I know that people look at the way it ended at Hibs and obviously at Celtic, but he done a great job at Hibs initially, and he's got they're good players there at Hibs. I do think that they've got problems defensively. That's there for all to see.
Clear to see, innit? You sort that out.
But I think they've got a good enough team that if you bring in a clear, consistent message, whatever it is, you'll get better consistency for the players, and Lenny will do that.
I think he'll take responsibility. It'll feel like when he's speaking that it means everything. Aye. And that's what I had with Johnson. I didn't get that kind of wee feeling connection when you'd listen to him on the radio going home, or else you'd see him on the telly. I just didn't feel as if it doesn't matter. But that'll change under Neil Lennon.
There's a softness to them as well, innit, which will go.
That'll disappear right out the window. Neil Lennon.
Well, he'll not accept.
No.
He'll not accept it.
Yeah.
The goals you lose, he'll not accept being. Like, if players can have bad games, but he'll not accept what's been happening at Hibs for the last year or so.
Who does he take in with him again? Neil
Gary
Lennon?
Parker, but I don't know if he'll maybe change it up a wee bit. Right. I think when he was abroad, he had somebody different, didn't he?
Was it?
You're looking for work, aren't you?
Aye, yeah. What are you up to?
That's why he's sticking the snooze in, innit?
Listen, been contact. Aye, make contact. But you know what I was going to say? He said this is important. If it is Lennon, and sees that defensively are poor, is that he thinks with this group of players, with the defenders that they've got, does he think he feels he can up with, or will he be saying to the board, listen, you need to bring defenders in?
When's the window shut?
Tomorrow. So it's not a lot of time for him to get in. A new manager to come in and be signing players, so...
I think Lennon would be confident himself that he could get more out of the players than what they're doing just defensively. Forget it, he beat Barcelona with, I know the goalie was good, but he can be a defensive manager and do it well, can't he?
No, of course, aye. But I just not personnel, I mean defenders at Hibs, are they good enough?
Well, Fish was a revelation last year when he first came in.
I think it's no, I think are they good enough? Long term, he'll want to bring his own players in. Whoever comes in, they're not going to have time, but he'll not accept continually. Like last year, they go on a run of losing 5 games in a row, and then they go on a run of winning 4 games in a row. There needs to be a leveler. It can't be. So there's 5 games. Maybe somebody's make mistakes, or the team's that wee bit soft. That'll not happen. Mm-hmm. If you win the game, you obviously they're not going to win every game, but I just think they'll bring a level of consistency to the team, and he'll not accept some of the performances that they've shown.
Anybody else should be considered, Derek? Anybody else you think should maybe get away?
Can't think off the top of my head.
You're desperate for a pint of that, I can tell.
You're
at that stage, aren't you? You're choking.
That's about an hour and a half I've been on here. I'm just looking at Hibs who they've got. I forgot who they've got tomorrow. No tomorrow. Maybe in a different
but it's maybe
tangent.
not bad fixture, isn't it? Because Aberdeen obviously last week after a European performance weren't great.
Aberdeen get a good result the night, and then come Sunday, obviously it is, innit? It'll be Sunday, so tough.
You must have one other candidate, Stephen Robinson and Derek McInnes to be mentioned. Do you think they'd be good?
I think McInnes the work that he's doing at Kilmarnock at the minute, I don't think he's going to leave, but
I still think he'd go to Hibs if he became calling.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not
sure.
That might be a bit like Faddy there. I'm not so sure. I think he's got a job to do there at Kilmarnock. I think his team's quite happy. He's built a good squad.
He's built his team now.
One shot Harvey Nixon, that Dell, that's right up Dell Street.
He knocked back Rangers.
So he did the hat.
So because he didn't feel it was right, and look, it might be the other side where he says, "I wish I'd have done that. I'll take that again." But I think you look at he's building something, or he's built something already good at Kilmarnock. I think.
But it should be considered because he's a top 100%.
Is Robinson in the same boat for you? You think if Hibs came calling for him, he would have?
No, he'd go.
He would go straight.
He'd go.
Why would he go and Dell?
There's a different opportunity for him.
Right.
So he's.
What about Martindale?
He could. Well, he'd go and all, but for Robbo, he could take them into top 6 again. Could potentially get them into Europe. But I think that that his job's done. That's terrible, and he could win a cup for them. But I just think it's a bigger opportunity
for him,
for Stephen Robinson than it is for Derek McInnes.
Martindale, you said.
Aye.
Even again, you see him doing it again.
You want Reece McCabe, didn't you?
Reece,
I just love his job.
Aye.
Too soon for him?
Aye. I think so. I think that I know he's done well, but you go to Hibs, expectations.
Look at a guy why are we the condition that Wilner gave something up and then Nagelsmann in Germany goes and gets a Hoffenheim job, Bayern Munich job at that young age? Why could we?
Because he had a body of work before it. To
I know, so Reece, I think.
I get you, I do get you, but I just think the expectation levels are different. And
he's played the Rangers, mate. I think he can.
I know, but playing
Sheffield Wednesday, big clubs,
and managing a big team is
different. No, I get that, but when's he ever going to be ready? Do you know what I mean?
Well, maybe after this season, see how he does. Then he might.
He started really well for me.
Aye.
And I could be wrong. I expect him to do really well again this year.
Listen, I agree with you, and I think that it's not a bad. I don't think it's a bad shout. I just think that he needs to have a wee bit longer period being the manager. And look, he's doing it while he's playing now as well. So that's a different challenge, getting in there and actually being on the touchline, training every day without joining in, and having a bigger say. And not a bigger say, but your job's different for being a player manager. And I just think it's a big risk for both, because it would be a huge step up.
Would you need to go maybe to a St Mirren or a Kilmarnock first before?
I don't think so. I just think that the expectation levels are different. Like this year, I think they'll do well.
Yeah.
I think they'll do well this year. And then what happens then is the next year, it's not just a free hit. It's not just let's go out and play our way and let's see where we go. If we get the playoffs, great. Next year it'll be they're a really good team. I expect them to be up there.
I just think as well, like, you look at Aberdeen, the managers that have managed previously. Reece couldn't get him in that league.
Listen, he's done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
I just think it might be a tougher one because of the situation that Hibs are in. So you're talking about, and I know people go, same old faces all the time. You talk about Neil Lennon, Derek McKenna, Stephen Robinson, established managers. You can see how they work. You can see how they're successful. It would be a huge call to go against. And they've done it before.
Should at least speak
they
to
put Sean Maloney in.
I know, but Sean had the Andy said that as well, but Sean had the managed before, eh?
I know that, but no, I'm saying they've done it before in terms of putting a young
guy in.
Coach.
Yeah.
They need somebody to steady the ship. That's it. That's how you're talking about. That's how Neil Lennon's coated. We talked about McInnes, Robinson. These guys
just bring managers in a steady ship. Why should we not be
the minute they're in a bit of deep shit, so
no, I do, but I just love to see somebody get a chance at a big
It's no steady. It's no. You're not bringing in somebody and saying you've got the job to end the season. We need to survive. However we do it, you're bringing a manager in that's going to bring the style they want and results.
I just think how Hibs fans want to see football played as well. They would love how Reece plays, eh? I really do. And it gets results.
I've not watched Airdrie yet. Have you watched them?
Really good.
It's you fell out with Tom, man.
Tom would be another one.
Reece.
No, again, because Tom does get spoke up a lot and quite rightly so, but Reece has went and done it at a level above with no as big a budget as Tom had in that league. Reece's budget wouldn't have been the biggest budget in the league last year.
You weren't saying that when you were pushing Tom.
No, I would love to see Tom. He's another one that
what is his style? What is his
attack, mate?
Is it just
man for man, high press, playing for the back, boys, young Scottish players passing the ball to each
other. They Dundee United, didn't they?
Can't wait to see it, mate. Beat Inverness last week, didn't they? 2-1.
Yep.
They were in the Scottish Cup final last year.
Do you know, I think it'd be better for him to just keep learning though?
To keep the head.
So that because if that opportunity comes up, you need to take it. But
long as you've been in that job?
A year and a bit. This year,
don't want the guy because he finished one of the seasons, didn't he? It's like
towards the end, Ian Murray's,
I just think don't rush. What is it?
29.
So there's no rush.
Yeah.
There's no rush for him. Although hopefully he keeps doing what he's doing.
Doing an outstanding job ahead.
Brilliant, boys. On to a cracker. St Johnstone, Dundee. How do you see that going, mate?
How do I see that going? Dundee.
What a point maybe for St Johnstone to win that.
It was a shock. That was a shock.
We were all on Celtic, but
I'm listening to the game coming down.
Could have won it, mate.
In the radio. Aye, but again, it's that kind of Celtic were slow. Was it methodical kind of, and the way they went about their business, they get into a good shape, and you start again. If you can get to half time against any of the old firm, you get nothing each. The confidence starts to build. You start to get a wee bit more belief, but they've been lacking in big time. So they have St Johnstone, but I'm up against a Dundee side that nicked it last week as well.
But does that show that they're not going to be as bad as what we thought at St Johnstone? The fact that they went there and got a point.
Did they go and sign a few players last week before that game? A few senior players, and experienced guys.
I don't know, you're the one with the journalism degree, did they?
I know, listen, I was speaking and I heard there was a bit of recruitment in there, where senior players get brought into the 40, so...
Got brought into the what?
The 40.
The 40?
No, the 40. What do you call that? The 40? The 40. So listen, I think that...
Brought to
the 4.
The 4.
So I think there's been many...
No, the 4. The 40. The 4. They came to the 4.
They've been brought in the fucking... The experience of the fucking 40. Of the 40, I think they're fucking experience.
That's what adds to this...
Brilliant, mate.
See, they just went, you heard what I said, shut up.
No,
don't let noise my
few experienced players be brought in. And that can help massively.
Brought into the what, sorry?
What?
4.
It was nice to hear...
What do you shout in the golf course every swing?
Brought into the
40.
It was nice to hear him a wee bit chirpy last week after I heard them getting in.
They've been battered, didn't they?
I know, and obviously he probably didn't expect to come away with a point.
No,
at Celtic Park, no chance. So a wee boost for them, innit? But I don't see it getting any better for them to be honest.
Do you think they're going to play like Dundee the same way they played against Celtic? Maybe now just go be a bit harder to beat.
There you go, aye.
Instead of maybe going toe-to-toe with the lesser team.
So you found they got a wee bit of success against a right good side. Why change it, So maybe stick with that kind of formation, stick with that style of football until you start
to win
getting
games.
again, until you get a wee bit of confidence, then you can be a wee bit more kind of, you can commit your shell.
This is where
It's
we
getting
talk
points
about.
on the board. I always felt whenever I played, just get some points on the board, get it to a kind of, you know, even when I was away and I was playing with teams like Falkirk and all that, get middle of the table, then you start to kind of move your shell, you start to express yourself, just get points on the board, get some confidence. So that done their confidence a world of good. But then you go up against a Dundee side that beat Hearts. So, but it's, again, is that a local derby? Is that class?
No,
Is
that's
that?
a
It's
derby,
kind of,
aye.
innit? I think it's a wee
Tayside.
is it?
Derby, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, does it you
Don't know
like
about
you
a
like St
dislike between
Johnstone?
the
They don't like each other.
No,
I don't know.
I was going to say that, is it?
Dundee
Nah,
United,
but it's just not
like
the
that.
Dundee and Perth.
I think there's a wee
Dundee's more upper class, and we
Mind
just
you,
don't like
were
doing it. Perth.
naturally abused when we Midgie Miller ran the show against you.
That was the
Absolutely
end of my
destroyed
Dundee
you.
career, mate.
We
I was about
Midgie
15 stone that
in and
day.
out, bang, and the fans were loving it.
I
They
passed
don't
the ball
like each
straight to
other.
Brian Graham that day. Scored.
You were the best player that day.
Oh, you played, didn't you? You
No,
were
I was
watching,
on the
weren't you?
bench. I was on the bench. I was finished by that point. I'd
Same.
clapped into that level.
27, I was
You
finished,
built your
mate.
way up to. That was done. But I remember you arguing with Zico, and I remember Gowser going mad.
That was me done. That was my last. That was when I knew I was done at Dundee that game.
Just kept
Me and him
shouting at
fighting each other on the side of the
constant,
pitch.
mate. So funny. Because I was getting older. I was like, I wasn't playing, and I was bothered I wasn't playing, but you're not playing, so you're just watching. Laughing at him and Zico constantly arguing with each other. We Gowsers arguing with everybody. Arguing with Sel, what for half time. Brilliant.
That was a low point in the career. Real low point.
We dribble, left foot, done.
Did he score?
He scored the winner, mate. Done you.
Just erased that period from my life.
Have you?
mate. It's
Sorry,
a different
sorry,
guy. That was a different
sorry.
guy playing in that
You
game.
were.
I wouldn't recognise that guy now.
Fat long hair, that.
Fat, long
Different
hair.
size, aye. You're half the man. You used to be.
Had a personality back then.
A wee rocker, weren't you?
A wee rocker.
A rocket. A wee rocket.
Oh dear me, man. Dundee.
No,
By the
see
way-
what I was going to say on St Johnstone, like,
Bring
this
that
is
game
where,
back
see,
up.
They get a video of that.
see when you're like a young coach, young manager, and people say to you, how do you want to play? And I want to play this way and I want to do that. And you have to, there has to be a realism about it as well, that it's ideal to say you want to play this way and I'll stick with it till you need to get results. And, you know, you're just saying there, be solid defensively, be hard to beat. Can that not be part of
That should be part of your thing. That should be
That's
part
what
of your
I mean.
style of being
It's
hardcore.
almost
That is when you
like,
look at the ball.
We'll just go and defend. And I'm not saying that's what he's done, but you need to be
Get
realistic and
results.
say,
Yeah.
what have I got? How do I win? How do I win? Because
Games of football,
the more
that's what
games
it's
I
all
win, the more chance I've got, as you said, to go and put your style across and play the way you would want to play. But I think a lot of time we hear, this is how I play, this is what I want to do. There's a reality to it where you're in and you don't have the best players. You need to get the best out of what you've got rather than saying, play like this or you no play for me. Because most clubs in Scotland can't do that. They need to say, right, how do I get the best out of what's there?
Because you've always battered on about, go and play, but sometimes you can't play.
Why though? See if you play it and
you
you're
get-
set up
'cause-
defensively when you lose the ball. Why
Because you
can you
get
not?
picked off
What does it
against-
matter kicking it if you're set up
Because you get
defensively
picked
as
off
you do when you're
against
playing?
the better. Because probably you look at the top 6 sides. Well, no top 6, top 4 sides, top 5. They'll pick you off. The quality will kill you in the end of it.
But how?
End
If
of
you
the
work
day.
on it, how will
It will.
it? And see
just
if they do
because
the ball, just
quality-
make sure that you've worked
It's
on
a-
what's going to happen when you
it's
do
about-
lose the
It's
ball.
about levels.
But why we've taken boys for 2 leagues below us and we've not lost a game playing that way?
I don't think St Johnstone have got the level of player that even...
What, they've not got a player that can control the ball and pass it with 5 options
They've
around
got a
them?
level of player that, like say, maybe at the moment, our Hearts have. Even, I know we're talking about Hibs there, but that level, it's about levels, and I just think of...
But
and
we've
it's
got a
great
guy
we
for
want to
the
play on that.
the West of Scotland coming in at
It's not the way I would
playing
go
inverted
about it.
fullback.
It's not the way I would
He's
go
never
about
done it before in his
If I was
life,
in
but we
charge of
trust him
St
and we work
Johnstone's
on it.
side, I wouldn't be going, right, we're going to play this expansive football, we're going to play for the back. You have a look at what you've got at your disposal.
But that's what everyone
And
does and they're never
And
successful.
then what I would take,
Everyone does that.
to give yourself a better opportunity, stay in the job a wee bit longer, I would
See
get
your way,
results
it's
first
right for
and
you.
foremost.
Yeah, exactly. So
His ways no, but I'm going to say to you, see when you were younger, you'd go on it and you go and play, and but then you've played the game. Sometimes you don't want to go on it. because you've made a mistake. No matter if the manager's saying to you, keep getting on it, son, keep getting on it, take the ball, and your confidence maybe isn't there to do it. So it's alright saying, keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I believe in you. But you know, sometimes you get players that don't believe in themselves.
That's a level of a player.
And if you're losing games, that drops and drops. So you need to do something to get the best out of them.
What it takes is 1 or 2 or 3, and like when confidence is low, boys hide. Do you know that? We've spoken about that often enough. But it's about the level, and we're bringing all that into it. It's a full package, not just about how good they are. It's how they handle
but people
things.
don't look at Anthony Ralston at St Johnstone done that and said he'd never be able to go and play inverted full-back and take the ball for but he can. If you've got a manager that trusts in you and you work on it, it's not just go and do it without any instruction or any options when you go in there. There's stuff that you work on so that he becomes natural. That comes natural on a Saturday.
But they're the best team in the league.
Aye.
They've got the best players, right? You and your league have the best players. You signed a guy for Queen's Park.
One guy.
Aye. Well, that's the pool that you have.
Well, 8 others got signed for a league down or below. Darvel.
They beat Aberdeen.
Because they beat Aberdeen because they had a structure and an identity.
You would back yourself.
They never just beat Aberdeen because they've got good players.
Would you not say you've got the best players in the league? Or
we do because we believe in them,
But right, so top out of the maybe 4 teams, you would say you can.
Well, Celtic
go and play that
B players have got better players than us.
But you can go and play that way.
Celtic B players have got better players than us, individually.
But it's different when they're all young, I think. My point is, your expectation is to go and win the league, so you can do that. So you're looking at maybe a St Johnstone, they're not getting the results, so they have to do something to change. I'm not saying that he needs to go and play the way we play. That's not what I never said that once. I never said St Johnstone had to go play how we play. No, I'm just saying that you need to adapt to what you've got. Sometimes you can't just say this is how I'm going to play, and we'll keep at it, because especially when you're in that look, Callum Davison won two cups within a year and a half, 2 years. He's out the door because you need to keep them. I'm not saying he needs to win cups all the time, but the pressure builds. So it's something you can't keep doing it.
That's and
but there's no right or wrong way.
No,
you're not going
exactly.
You're for those, and we all want to play that, but sometimes you can't. If you want to stay in a job,
I think you can. I think players in the country are better than what people give them credit for.
Yeah.
I think there's too many people. I think they can't do that. They can do it. Of course they can. Of course they can do it. The football players.
But how? But
you've got fucking 4 hours a day with them. Make them do it. Help them do it.
But some of them just
an easy go or kick a ball up. Everyone does that. Who's successful for doing it? Why do the best teams in the world not do that then?
Because they've got the best players.
But how do they get to be best players? They didn't just turn up one day and they're the best players. They're coached that way all the time.
No, I know, but they can still pick the best players.
And I'm not saying that everyone needs to do
it.
But there is players that can do it. I just disagree with the argument that Scottish players can't take the ball and pass.
I don't. I agree with that. I don't
just
think,
an easy cop out to say they can't do it.
They can do it, but it's not about it's not about the players sometimes, it's about what kind of pressure is the manager under. I need a result. How am I going to get a result? That's the easiest way to get a result.
It's the managers and the coaches, 100%.
There are some players that can do it, even playing in the Premier League.
Sometimes it bulks for everywhere. It's not just within the dressing room. You feel it even for the fans. You feel it all around about the family, everything. How do you handle all that? I'm just saying for them at the minute, to give themselves a bit of breathing space.
How long will that last, Eric?
Aye. Until they start to get a bit of confidence about them, the pressure comes off a wee bit. You've got to buy yourself a wee bit of time.
Well, I know he never had no managed before, but Sean Mahoney came in and says, I want to play this way. We're going to play for the back, we're going to build. And he didn't get results, so he got out the door. So he stuck to it. I'm not changing. I'm doing this. And I would imagine he worked on it every day, because that's his
he definitely would have.
Individually, collectively, he kept doing it. He stuck with his guns. Stephen Glass is the same, out the door.
I know, but I think you also have to have the personality to go along with it as well. Don't we look at Arteta? He could have been sacked. He was 8th, mate, and then they nearly win the league 2 years later because he sticks to what he is.
But he sticks to what he is, but the club stuck.
That's what I'm saying. So it's clubs, it's not players, it's clubs and managers that need to if you have a belief in somebody, stick to it.
So why would you do it though if you
do you think because if you thought that was the best way of winning games?
But if you know that the guy before you didn't get time to implement it.
But ours is Kilbride never either. He got sacked after 9 months. But we're not going what if we get sacked in 9 months? We've got.
Look at a guy who I admire a lot. I think you do as well. Look at Derek McKinnon's side. Are they free-flowing?
No, but that's what I'm saying, Derek. That's because that's not how Dale believes in football. But Dale sticks to how he wants to play.
So it's different ways. So you've got your philosophy.
But I think that's harder.
But he's like getting the building blocks in and then. But he's got a mere exciting side now. You could argue,
He's built it up.
Even in Aberdeen, is it? No, he's got the kind of the types of players that he wants to play.
I think it gets a raw deal with still.
I know,
Towards the end, Aberdeen they struggle, but
I think what I'm trying to say is like sometimes when he gets into a winning position, Dale, and he's done it with the Aberdeen side time and time again, is that they protect it. He was looked upon as making negative changes. No, what Derek McInnes, my opinion, was doing was winning a game of football. Because at the end of the day, you win a game of football, you're keeping the punters happy, chairman happy, you get your win bonus, you're up the road, everybody's happy.
That's the other side of it. See on that, if you're say you're playing and you're winning, you're overwhelming teams and you keep going, and you lose a game, the criticism then comes game management, no game management. Plan A is just keep them plan A.
That's a good.
It's a hard environment to bring that style because
we
results matter more than
we just play it all the time. We didn't see if teams come and do that. What I said about Rangers last night. We've got other ways of getting out of that, mate. It's not like we just pass the ball all the time.
I think there's a problem through the whole thing.
Part of your setup as well is what you do when you lose that ball as well. It's not like we just go and work on passing the ball.
I know you love to play the game.
We don't work on what happens when we lose it.
Sometimes it's just at certain times, you've got to kind of resort to just being a wee bit more conservative until such times as you can.
I think there's a real problem though, since I've been in youth coaching.
We are going for that tour, aren't we?
Get rid of it. Kick the ball. See when the ball's any pressure, see if there's any, it comes to pre-say press and kids or whatever, and it's what you've been trying to play in there. I think it's almost a mentality. It's just stuck in the country and it's always been that way, whereas I'm just seeing what I've seen. I'm just saying what I've seen in the last few years at youth level, but I think if you go around sort of Europe and other countries, I don't even think that'll be in a mindset of what you're doing playing in there or what you're doing that. And I think that when you have that, everybody's just sort of, that's the way we see football. So they come up through the ranks and it's just sort of second nature to them. That's what football is. Whereas I see it every grassroots level. I see it at academies. It's gone long a lot of the time, and a defender, if he's taking maybe a couple of more touches, what are you doing with the touches? Get rid of it or put it in that. It's a full hang, I think.
Look at last night in the commentary, right? Ball comes back to Jack Butland. He can't pass the ball to a guy on 40 grand a week when they do put your foot through the ball. He's 40 grand a week. He can't deal with the ball when he gets it.
Coulson should deal with it.
He'd been doing it all night. He'd been doing it all night. The ball, they're getting it back to him. He's in the shit. Takes a couple of times he does it, and I'm thinking, fucking hell. Takes a touch with the outside of his left foot and just plays the pass with his left. He plays it into Goldson, who knows he needs to try and turn.
The play's not even.
And I'm with you on that. He shouldn't have.
Imagine a Spanish commentator going like that. He needs to put his foot through that.
You need to know when to clear your lines, but in that situation,
he can pass him the ball there.
For me, I think it's got to come.
Watch a Bologna game. I have kittens watching
it. But again, surely you must enjoy watching that, Derek.
You see when they go it, you're like,
I shouldn't get in this area. I get stuck in so angry.
Finish your point.
I'm watching a lot of kids in Scotland. He's a good player, but you're not getting the best out of him. He's trying to win second balls. He gets the balls in glimpses. Why could we not be the nation that dominate games of football?
I think that's where it's got to come for the head.
Well, the national side,
they're getting definitely I agree. I enjoy watching the national team now, mate.
I think you're right though with the youth coaching. I think a lot of it's the instructions constant. It's turn, pass, get your head up. They're no helping them, and kids make mistakes and they don't want to do it again. It's no their mistake. The coaches are overcoaching them at times for me.
I think it's got to come through the tap. If it's the SFA, and it has to be filtered all the way through, right into grassroots, right into all it, and we're actually helping it. And there's top coaches or good coaches right the way down to youth level. I think you might have said to me, so I don't know what it was. I think Ajax, the youth coaches were
they're experts at that for that age.
Paid, whereas here you're
the best ones that go younger than
that. You're getting paid a right good thing, but here you're getting maybe £10 an hour. So you're thinking yourself, I go in the training, that's £4, that's £6.
But again, it's boys club, comes into boys club as well. Boys club managers want to go in the pub on a Saturday night and go, my team won 3-0. But did they pass the ball? Did the players getting better? That's all they care about. I see it when I watch games on a Saturday.
I remember getting...
They ain't to win, mate. Goalies at 9-year-old bouncing the ball, goalie and leathering up the pitch.
See, I get hooked, took off, if I was taking more than 2 touches in the ball in the middle of the park. Gaffer would take me, be like, right, get him off.
But I didn't mind that though, because maybe you were taking too many touches and he thought, maybe that's for your development though.
Wasn't he getting the ball away? It's different from getting the ball away. But if we let it's touch. I'm touch, and I'm pro. I want to play the forward pass. Get him off.
But that's when it's done. Maybe he's seen something in you that needed developed. I didn't mind that, mate. He maybe seen, well, okay, you're good at that. Can we work on you playing quicker as well?
Do you know what the biggest thing that's?
Do you know what I mean? So he was maybe taking away for the result to help you.
Oh,
That's what I want to see, mate.
Just get him off. You're like that.
We're killing their ability to make decisions.
Definitely.
It's not about we can make them better at controlling it. But decision making is key to it. When to take it, how to receive the ball, where your way to pass, all these things that comes into a decision. But if you're shouting before a boy's got it,
correct.
Chance to get a hit, you say that. Pass it.
They don't know
pass it where, who, how, like.
See when the ball comes to you before the ball even came to you, you should do that. You've got pictures and your imagination. You see the pass even before it comes, so you know what you're going to do. Sometimes I need to take another touch to play that pass. Get him off.
But see the thing as well.
Cheers.
I know this is going to break the world record for this podcast. But see when you're,
I've missed training.
I've missed
dinner.
How'd Aberdeen go? What's happened? When you're, I forgot what I was going to say.
What are you talking? Decision making.
I will need to get back.
Your ground is done.
No, when you tell a young player, don't do that because this will happen. They either believe you or they don't.
Yeah.
But if you're making the mistakes, your ability then becomes, can I learn for that mistake?
Of course.
Somebody tells you you're going to make a mistake, you'll know do it through fear of making a mistake. Whereas if you go and you might be able to figure it out for yourself.
Give him an option. Maybe 100%. That pass was on. Maybe you could have took
100%.
Just give him don't say
100%, mate.
Give him a wee option.
That's in a nutshell, that's it there. Give them the options and let them make the decision. Boys, it's been superb. We're going to go into the first group of the month here.
We're doing next Saturday's games because we've missed these ones.
Right,
We're on internationals.
we'll just all fire through together then, just to make it.
What we're doing? 4 or 6?
4. Go on, Paul,
games.
take it away. Pick
Right,
your 4.
here we go. We're going to go with an absolute cracker at Tynecastle. Hearts Motherwell.
Why don't we all pick? You pick the other fixtures this week, you pick them all next week. Yeah, so we'll get good.
Okay.
Good.
Pick your ones.
So you start at Hearts Motherwell.
Hearts, Motherwell, I'll go. Hearts after European. I'll go draw. Faddy.
Oh, he normally takes his team.
I'm going for a Motherwell win.
I thought you were going to go a draw again.
I was going to go a draw to hope that they won, but
aye. By the way, under Kettlewell, they have been excellent, haven't they?
Very
so
good.
well organised and that's who I'm going to take Hearts.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go.
Hearts.
I'm going to go Motherwell there.
You got
Aye. Aberdeen Hibs. Aye.
You go. Well, I want it first this time.
Sorry, I was just
Good,
jumping
no, I like
in there.
it, I like it.
Aye, and I know you're hoping that Hibs are going to get the reaction, but Aberdeen at home, I think they'll get a good win. Hopefully, a good win tonight. Full of confidence. Aberdeen, aye, at home.
Aberdeen.
I'll go Aberdeen. Paul.
I would, because you don't know who the manager is
Gonna
as
be
well.
That's a tough one. I think if
It could be a demoralisation after Villa as well.
I'll go Aberdeen.
Alright.
Right, moving on to. Oh, it's a good tune. Livingston St Mirren. Wow.
Faddy, you can go first this one.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I know what I'm going
Good
with
win
right
for
away.
Livy. I'm going for
It's
a
a
draw.
Desmond, aye.
No, that's a draw.
I'm going St Mirren.
Oh, right.
I'm no. Aye.
And last but not.
Be it.
Right, because I fancy a bit of... That wasn't too bad this morning. That looked actually quite nice, didn't it?
You want to lose?
You
now?
want one, didn't you?
Livingston.
Good,
I'm
like
going
it. It's all
to-
different.
aye,
Good. Who are you
Livingston.
going, Paul?
Draw.
Right. So you just copied Faddy, I have.
No.
Everyone. He does the wings, does he?
What's this last one then?
I didn't win. Derek won. You should be copying him.
Last but not least, Rangers Celtic.
I said 1-0, but I'm going to go. I think it could be also be a draw. I'm going to go draw.
Yes. I'm going for a draw. No.
You going to draw?
Aye.
What are you going for?
Celtic.
Since you went for Celtic, I'll go with Rangers then.
Rangers.
Right. I'll just...
Boys, it's been fascinating.
Well, how's it pass it? It's
Fireworks.
to the point.
How long was that?
Then we used to make fart jokes and that, and then we're fucking talking about youth development.